Let's talk about something every dog owner has felt. That split second of panic when you see an off-leash dog making a beeline for yours. In this explainer, we're going to break down how to handle those moments so you can get back to what walks are supposed to be, peaceful and fun.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That feeling of dread. It all happens in slow motion. There's the off-leash dog, the owner is way back there, maybe yelling something, and you're just stuck, holding the leash, bracing for whatever happens next. It's so common, but it's also incredibly stressful. And understanding why it's such a big deal is really the first step.
Okay, so to really get to the heart of the problem, we have to talk about a huge, and I mean huge, misunderstanding that causes these situations to happen in the first place. And that is the socialization myth.
So many of us grew up thinking that socialization just meant letting our dog meet every single dog they see. The more the better, right? Well, the reality is, it's not about the number of greetings, it's all about the quality of those greetings. Real socialization is about setting up positive, safe, controlled moments that actually build your dog's confidence, not just throwing them into random encounters.
And this is why this is so important. When that off-leash dog rushes in, it strips the choice away from both dogs. Your dog, stuck on the leash, basically feels trapped. You can imagine how that creates stress and fear. And that fear, that's what leads to things like barking and lunging. If that happens over and over, you can accidentally create some serious long-term anxiety. So these uncontrolled meetings, they can actually do the exact opposite of socializing your dog. To really get why this is such a big deal, let's try to flip the script for a second. Let's try to see this whole thing from our dog's point of view. I promise this is a game changer. Just think about it in human terms. Imagine you're walking down the street and a total stranger just sprints up, gets right in your face and grabs you for a hug. How would you feel? Probably pretty freaked out, right? Uncomfortable, threatened, maybe a little panicky? Well, for a lot of dogs, that's pretty much exactly what an unwanted head-on greeting feels like. It's a total invasion of their personal space. Okay, so knowing that, how can we make walks better for everybody? Well, it starts with a really simple shift in thinking, what I like to call the golden rule for dog walkers. And here it is. It's called the lead rule. Super simple, and it's all about respect. If you see another dog that's on a leash, the most considerate, respectful thing you can do is leash up your dog too. I mean, think about it. That one simple action could prevent pretty much all the problems we're talking about.
And that rule is so important because you just never ever know what's going on with that other dog. Maybe they're in the middle of a really important training session. Maybe they're recovering from surgery. They could be a nervous rescue just getting used to the world. Or hey, maybe the owner just wants a calm, quiet walk. We have no idea, so the safest, kindest thing to do is just give them space and control your dog.
Ah yes, the famous last words we've all heard shouted from 50 feet away. You know, it almost always comes from a good place, but honestly, this one phrase just completely misses the point. Let's break down why. Here's the deal. It doesn't matter how friendly their dog is if my dog isn't feeling it. My dog might be anxious, my dog might be in pain, my dog might just not want to make a new friend right now. And you know, even the friendliest, happiest dog can be super overwhelming to a smaller or older dog. Being a responsible owner means respecting both dogs in any situation, not just your own.
Okay, so the theory's all well and good, but what do you actually do when it's happening? Let's get into the practical stuff, your in-the-moment toolkit for your very next walk.
The best strategy is always going to be prevention. So first things first, be aware. Get off your phone and just scan your surroundings. See an off-leash dog way up ahead? Don't wait and see what happens. Just turn around and create distance. You can also be smart about where and when you walk. Maybe pick a less crowded park or go at a quieter time of day. But what if you can't avoid it? Okay, here's your simple 3-step plan. Number 1, stay calm. Seriously, take a deep breath. Your dog is looking to you for cues. Number 2, advocate for your dog. Use a clear, polite script to state what you need. And number 3, keep moving. As you're talking, just calmly walk away to create that all-important space. And here is that script. This phrase is pure gold. My dog is in training. Could you please recall your dog? It's brilliant. You know why? Because it's not confrontational. You're not blaming them or their dog. You're just stating a fact and making a polite request. Most people respond really well to this. You should definitely memorize this one. All right, now for the final piece of the puzzle. This is what I'd call the pro-level skill. If you can master this one, it will totally transform your walks for the better, for good. Honestly, the single most valuable thing you can teach your dog is how to simply disengage. How to see another dog, look back at you, and then just happily walk on by. When your dog can do that, the power is back in your hands. You're making choices together, not just reacting to whatever comes your way.
And the benefits here are just massive. A dog who can disengage is safer, way easier to handle, and feels so much less stress on walks. But more than that, every single time you practice this and succeed, you're building up your dog's confidence and making your bond even stronger. It is a total win-win. So as we wrap this up, let's just come back to this central idea. Not every dog needs to say hi to every other dog they pass on the street. And you know what? That is 100% okay. Creating polite distance isn't rude, it's respectful.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought to take on your next walk. What if we all changed our perspective? What if the most polite, the kindest, and the safest greeting we could possibly offer another person and their dog is simply to give them space and no greeting at all? It's a small change in thinking that could make walks more peaceful for absolutely everyone.